Hello, my name is Kyle.
My name is Ryan.
And when our powers combine, we form
Experience Grind Podcast.
The only podcast in existence as officially recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records. That's right. We're the only one that is out there.
Yeah, I wonder when our intro is going to change.
I've got to think of something
Maybe
better.
Guinness can send us something
I wish they would.
to change it up.
So we're blackmailing Guinness until they send us something?
Yeah, they should help us out. I mean, we are the only podcast, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's the only officially Guinness recognized podcast.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea where to go from here, Kyle.
I really don't either.
We've gone to a dark place
Let's
real
just
quick.
shut the hell up and introduce our fantastic guest. We're joined by our good friend.
It's me, Alex.
Hi, Alex. It's me. That was almost very Mario-esque.
I went Mario too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Alex.
Sorry
Thanks
to
for joining
disappoint.
us down here in the basement.
Yeah, I'm excited to chat with you guys about some stuff that I know very little about.
I think you'll know more than you think you do.
I have opinions about a lot of things,
Good.
whether I should or should not. So
Hey, that's the only caveat to this show.
Yeah.
I think you just described every podcast
Yep.
all right.
out there.
I have
so.
opinions about things.
I have opinions, but I don't know about
I got opinions.
So, at this point, this episode is kind of one of our apparently very popular
formats.
Yeah. Where we kind of just break down a lot of things that happened at a convention or I don't know what the hell else what is D23? That's a convention too, right?
It's a convention.
Expo.
It's-
Yeah,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Expo.
Expo.
Okay, that's the word.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Alex.
It's just like E3 or Comic-Con. It's any other thing but just for Disney stuff. And Disney now owns Marvel.
A lot of shit. They
Star
own a lot of
Wars,
shit. Yeah.
Pixar, lots of stuff. Yeah.
Capitalism, baby.
That's right. Monopolies, they don't exist anymore.
No,
except for that
no.
one game that everybody plays incorrectly.
Oh.
Which is by playing it at all. As
Well,
in
no,
you shouldn't
just-
play it.
When
It's
people
a
play with the
horrible game.
fucking, like, if you land on free parking, you put $200 in the middle and all that shit, that you're fucking inflating the economy and it doesn't work and the game lasts 9 hours. You're playing it wrong.
Tangent.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
that's the other part of this show. Tangents. Please. So we're gonna have this show be directed by our lovely host, Mr. Ryan. You're gonna take lead here.
That's me, yes. So we're going to be talking about D23 and Comic-Con, kind of the announcements and trailers that came out, much like we did with E3, which you people apparently seem to love.
So this
we're
is
gonna
all
do
your
this
fault.
format again.
Yep.
If you don't like it, please tell us, and we'll stop, because I really don't care one way or the other. There we go.
Best show ever. Thank you,
Let's start.
Guinness World Records, for recognizing us.
Let's start. No intro topic, because fuck it, I'm on the Steam train.
Yeah, we're
gonna
going.
roll
We're just-
over stuff.
We're balling.
You call the shots.
Right, D23.
And you call them good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
it. Kyle, you're out. Alex is in there. She gets it. She gets it.
Co-host.
So we're going to start with D23, which
Yeah.
is the Disney convention we just talked about. One of the biggest things, and Kyle, you'll probably have more to say about this than anyone. Maybe. Well, maybe I'll be surprised. Toy Story is the new realm in Kingdom Hearts 3 that was released.
Yeah.
Were you surprised?
And we saw some footage of it.
I was very surprised.
I was too.
For
I was a little surprised.
a couple of reasons. Mostly for the fact that, holy fuck, this world looks amazing. Like, it looks like the fucking Pixar movie. And I don't know if that's just because we're at these PS4 era graphics or what, but it looks ridiculous. Like, when I saw Rex kind of come up on screen and it wasn't an FMV and he had all of that bumping on him, man, I'm sold. And especially
He was like Matt.
Yeah.
He looked really good. Yeah.
like if they're gonna, I hope
Yeah,
that
it's true.
that
It's true.
Square
Good
is
graphics.
throwing.
It's true.
I hope Square's throwing all the money at this. And man, if they get fucking Tom Hanks and Tim Allen
Yeah.
to come in and voice this shit, like
Do we
he's-
know anything about
Not
that?
yet.
No.
We
And-
don't,
and then the
'cause it was
trailer
a
that they showed, it was
Japanese
in
voice,
Japanese.
yeah.
And usually it's like Tom
Knockoffs.
Hanks' brother, who's
It'll
not
be
Colin
like
Hanks,
it'll
who
be
does
like
the voice.
Scooby Doo or Shaggy. You get someone who sounds very
Scooby-Doop.
similar. Yeah,
Scooby Doo.
But
Yeah.
you know, like those
Yeah.
those kind of characters where they've gone through so many voice actor changes. Yeah.
That it's similar and it has the same flair. But like I know that it's Tim Allen's, or not Tim Allen, but it's
Tim.
What is Tim Allen doing? He'll be doing the voice.
He's
He
got
got canceled off that one show.
no, it got picked up by CMT, I think.
Oh, that's right, because it's
Yeah.
super Republican
Yes,
apparently, right?
it's very, very conservative.
Yeah.
Um,
This is a great fiasco. You guys should look this up in your spare time. Tim
It's-
Allen, last man standing, controversy, Republican stuff.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
that's all you need to do.
Apparently, liberal Hollywood kicked him out. This is a thing. It's great.
Andrew's
Fascinating.
totally
read.
involved.
Yeah.
The other no, it's Tom Hanks' brother. That's not Colin. Does all of the
John
voice
Hanks.
work? Is it John?
Dom Hanks.
You don't know.
He's all about family.
I thought you were prepared for this.
I am
It's
so
all about
prepared.
family. I'm very
John
excited.
Hanks.
I think it's going to be fucking cool. I think everybody's wanted. The only thing I would want above Toy Story is for them to involve Marvel or Star Wars somehow.
In Kingdom Hearts,
Yeah, I mean Disney owns that, and I
Yeah,
would love to
that's-
see a fucking lightsaber
Yeah.
keyblade.
you're rocking my world. Although to be fair, I haven't played Kingdom Hearts in years. It's very like you
yeah.
got to do the Disney, standard
Yes.
Disney.
Yeah.
So when you just said
But
Star Wars,
Pixar is, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the first breakout from the standard Disney
Well, it's
fare.
That's
like
fair,
with
that's fair.
Disney
It definitely
Infinity,
opens
we
the
got
door.
the Disney characters, the Pixar characters, Star Wars, and Marvel for
Yeah,
a reason.
they are
and I think
also
a lot
all
of
in there.
people kind of were expecting a Star Wars or a Marvel property, and
They
that's
might
Toy
still.
Story.
There's-
Maybe
I mean-
disappointing, but you're right. Like it looks just so fantastic.
Really
And
good.
I'm curious if you put Toy Story next to the Kingdom Hearts footage, if Kingdom Hearts looks better.
people have already been doing that
Yeah.
Does
out
it?
there
Does it look better?
on the web. It looks a little better. Yeah.
I really
That's
like
great.
how
It's fantastic.
There's some
Sora-
really good jokes out there.
Sora,
Look it up.
Donald, and Goofy look almost like Lego characters.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of more blocky. I really like that aspect, how they change when they go to the worlds. I'm very excited for it. So
It's a really cool
Well,
design.
that's the standard
and a neat-
Kingdom Hearts stuff.
Yes,
we expect
exactly,
that they
exactly.
adapt.
Yeah. Next, they had Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet. They kind of announced it and gave a little teaser. I don't think any footage from the movie, just kind of like their logo and Ralph going through internet tubes.
Right. I
Um,
think they released it to the people there.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, so they actually did a trailer for the people who were in attendance?
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess I don't know. But
Well,
anyway, regardless.
you wanted to talk about this because are you a fan of the first one?
I was a super fan of the first Wreck-It Ralph. Actually, that year, I think it was 2014-15, I thought that was the best animated film of the year. I don't know, there was a lot of nostalgia in there, but it wasn't like too heavy-handed. It
Yes.
wasn't, they weren't like, with their references. It was more of like a subtle, you get this. You get it, arcade style stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
really excited to see what they do with, the whole internet idea behind Wreck-It Ralph. And I'm usually not one for like when you do a really good first movie, to immediately follow it up with a number two, like you're cashing in, but I'm going to go see this movie. I really enjoyed Wreck-It Ralph. I don't know how you
I
guys
did
felt
too.
about them.
I
yeah.
really enjoyed Wreck-It Ralph, and I didn't expect to.
Yeah. Agreed.
I wanted to see it because, of course, all the video game references.
and John C. Reilly.
Of course,
Yeah.
John C.
Right?
Reilly and Sarah Silverman. And but I came out actually really liking that movie a lot more than I thought
Me
I
too.
would.
Me
Yeah.
too. And I felt the same way. Like I see most of the Disney movies, but I came out of that one like that was actually good cinema. Like there was, well-roundedness to
Yeah.
it.
And a nice pointed take on video games and some clever nods. I'm curious as to what the internet's going to entail.
Yeah,
If
I think
it's
that's most why I'm excited. Like, what are they
online
going to do with
gaming,
this?
or is it like memes and stuff? And are we going to see Keyboard Cat make an appearance and things like that? Like
The
it's
Emoji
interesting.
Movie 2.0.
Oh
Oh no!
Well, some people
I
are
love how
really
everybody was
interested into the
immediately
Emoji
like,
Movie.
"Oh God!"
Yeah, we're on the
That
same
was
page.
amazing. Except for
You guys
Andrew.
should check out Trailer Sailor.
Yeah.
Somebody loves them. Somebody loves the Emoji Movie.
Here's the link.
I don't know who, but
Yeah. All right. So the last one from D23.
we had a bunch of stuff, but we're gonna skip over a lot of it. We're gonna talk about Star Wars: The Last
Yes.
Jedi.
Fucking
Much like they did with The Force Awakens, they didn't release a trailer. They kind of did this behind the scenes stuff. They're playing really close to the chest when it
Like,
comes
I
to
love-
these trilogy movies.
I really enjoy because you're not getting too much.
They do that with trailers nowadays.
Which
They
is-
release
Yeah.
I wish
too
more
many
would.
good
Yeah. Oh, I
scenes.
see what you're saying.
I
Yeah,
guess.
in the trailer, and I'm like, I wish you would have saved this so
Yeah.
it could be more impactful when I'm sitting in the theater.
You-
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah, the end of the
Yeah,
movie. I've
exactly.
seen what the fuck happens. Why am I going here now?
Yeah.
And you shouldn't put the most emotional part of your movie into the trailer.
No.
Like, I want to experience that in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, Alex. You fucking got it on point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love this with The Last Jedi. I'm not as pumped for this as I was for Force Awakens because All right, you're
How?
Because of Force
why?
Awakens,
I'm
or
curious
why?
as to why. Yeah.
Because before Force Awakens, we'd had, the prequel trilogy, which was awful, and then years of nothingness. Force Awakens, I was really fucking on board for, and I'm really excited about The Last Jedi.
Uh-huh.
But it's not, the hype level is not there because I'm ready for it.
It's
Okay.
just you've been exposed to it now.
Yes.
You
I'm still
fucking millennial.
Yeah.
I'm still really fucking stoked for it, but
I'm privileged. I'm owed this Star Wars.
We deserve this. We're not excited about
when
it
The
anymore.
Force
because we-
Awakens came out, that was a huge thing. Like, holy shit, this is a new Star Wars. We got J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
This could be fucking awesome, and it was. And now,
You're used to it.
yeah. Well, again, I'm not saying that I'm not excited. I'm just not as so fucking hype as I was for Force Awakens.
Okay.
Because it had been like 7 years since a Star Wars movie at that point.
Sure.
This has only been, if you want to get real technical, only a year from the last Star Wars movie, but 2 years removed from
A
the
good
proper
one. Yes.
The
Gotcha.
sequel. Yes.
So how do you feel, Ryan?
I hear ya. Good points. I'm completely flipped.
Okay.
Because going into The Force Awakens, I wasn't sold on them continuing the Skywalker story. We didn't know if it was going to be good or not. And that we know this new trilogy is off to a good start. We have very likable, strong characters. And in my opinion, a stronger director and possibly
I would agree.
better script.
I like J.J.
I'm more
Abrams,
excited for the
but
second one.
I am
yeah.
too, yes.
And I love J.J. Abrams. Yeah,
I do
but
too.
Ryan Johnson is much stronger. So I'm
The only person I
super
like
pumped.
better is the guy
Colin
who took
Trevorrow?
over- No, who
Jurassic
took over-
World guy?
who took over for Blade Runner 2049.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dennis
is it Denis Villeneuve?
Yeah, man, I'm fucking pumped for that movie too. But yeah,
Yeah, I am too. I
I'm
just wish
excited
I
about
loved
that
Blade
one.
Runner more.
Yeah. I remember seeing the trailer for the first time, and I actually wasn't up on I don't do a lot of film, trivia or anything. So we were in the theater, and I saw it come on, and I was like, what is this? And then
Yeah.
I realized what it was. I was like, oh my gosh, I heard this rumor. I'm
Yeah.
really excited about that movie.
as fans
Yeah.
will know, not so well known, I'm a really big fan of Blade Runner. But what I think fans do know, I'm a really big fan of Ryan Gosling. Holy shit, you add those two together. I was
You and me
sold.
too, girl.
Is that girl with no I and two R's?
Yeah, it's actually a Q on the
That-
keyboard.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Excellent.
That's a deep one.
Oh, man. Alex, I think we're going to have you back more often because this is fucking fantastic.
When you vibe, you vibe.
I love
You
it.
know?
I love it.
That's something.
So we got all the D23 stuff, Ryan.
Sorry, Ryan. We'll let
Yes.
you sit in the middle next time.
There is I don't want to be in the middle. I'm okay being right over here. So there is something else from D23 that we're going to talk about later.
Okay.
We will say
I think I know what it is.
there's an interesting story about it too that I'll come back to,
Okay.
but we will cover this for Comic-Con because it's addressed at Comic-Con
Sure.
because these were a week apart, these two things. So now we jump into Comic-Con
also,
as I
did
lose
not
my
know
list.
D23 was even a thing until this last
That's because you're not up on the Marvel hype train like I am.
I'm not.
That's
But
where we get our news.
Apparently, it's been a thing for ever, and I didn't even know.
Yeah, it's been around.
And I'm pretty deep
Think
in
23 years.
Yeah, I did not know. So
That's not
anyways,
true. That's not what the 23 stands
Is
for.
that-
I have no
I
idea
I
what
just
it
know.
stands
I
for
bought
because
it.
it's been D23
Yeah, I
for
was
the
like,
last
wow.
10
You
years.
could have
I
left
don't
it.
know.
I bought it hook, line, and sinker too. But anyways,
Wow, he knows so much more about Disney than me.
I don't. But I do own every single Disney Infinity figure.
does.
That is a truth.
he bought one duplicate, which was the Hulk, and
Yeah.
he gave it to me for
Just
my
for
birthday.
Kyle.
He's my bro.
Because Hulk's the best one, apparently.
Oh man, you made
Oh,
my day.
I know.
I love you.
Yeah, okay. I don't do well with emotions.
I know.
Andy is
Alright.
shaking his head. He was like,
That's the usual Andrew thing.
Well, it's because he's obviously the best one. I shouldn't be getting the credit. He should. He's the one who puts up with our shit week after week, right?
Please, Ryan, let's talk about this fucking Comic-Con.
Ready Player One.
Okay.
It's a book.
or as I like to call it, Spy Kids 3D 2. I'm just kidding.
Interesting. Have you? So I take it you saw the trailer.
Yeah, no, I saw the cut with. Well, no, I saw the trailer. I also saw where someone cut it with Spy Kids 3D,
Okay.
and it was amazing. And you
I
guys
can
should
see
check it
that.
out.
I can see that.
I'll send it to you so you can post it on your
Okay.
Twitter.
Sure. Yeah. Please do. Have you?
It changed
read the
my
book,
life.
Ryan?
Yeah, I have read the book. It's one of those books I read and I was like, there's no way they can make that into a fucking movie. And Steven Spielberg apparently challenged me. He heard me somewhere as I was reading the
Because
book.
Steven Spielberg cares about you.
He listens
keep
to me.
making the pod. Keep making the pod.
weird.
Yeah.
So It's a book filled with so much nerd shit, and I don't mean this in a good way. Like, I even think it's a detriment of the book. Is it is so concerned with like,
Very
look at all this
referential.
nerd shit I know.
Yeah.
So like the first 30 pages are like this character just referencing everything he loves, and it's like, oh my god, we get it. You
This
get
writer
your
is
nerd
like,
cred.
yes.
Stop it. Like, it's okay, Ernest Cline. Take a break.
This writer was like, okay, how can I'm not a great
Yeah.
writer,
Have
but
you
how
read
can
it,
I?
Alex?
No, but I know of it.
Okay.
And
I
he's not a
think
great
Blake's-
writer. I can attest. His
I think
language is not great.
To me, I think Blake has read it, and to me, this book reminds me of like the Maze Runner, that style of writing.
Yeah, it's
and that
it's
style
almost
of
young
movie.
adult. Mhm.
Yeah, young adult, and like very, very focused on tropes and references,
Yep.
and that's what pushes the situation forward.
I read
but I
this
know the
book,
basic
too.
story.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it.
You didn't like the book?
I liked
You're
it
like,
at first.
I thought you loved the
Ooh.
80s.
Man,
I
I
do.
am the fucking complete opposite. I
But-
hated it at first, and I couldn't get into
See,
it.
and
then
I was
loved
the
it towards
opposite.
the
I liked
end.
it at first, and as it went on, I didn't like it.
Kyle, do we ever agree on anything?
No, that's what makes this show great. I am excited about this movie for a couple of reasons. Number one, of course, Steven Spielberg.
Yes.
I think he's going to do a lot of fucking good things.
Sure.
If he's going to condense this book down into like 1.5, 2 hours, fucking great. I'm excited to see that.
I will
Two-
be very surprised if
I think
it's
it's gonna
under
be like
2
2.
hours.
Yeah.
There's no way it's
That's
under
the
2
new
hours.
standard.
Yeah.
2 hours is
I
the new
really
standard.
like that fact that so the book is full of a lot of fucking pulp culture stuff.
Yeah.
They seem to have apparently gotten licensed to all of that for this movie, which is
They do.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
they got some Russian there in the trailer.
They
I don't
got
know what else
Rush,
I heard.
They had Godzilla,
Yeah.
they had Doom Guy, they had the DeLorean.
Yep, the DeLorean.
Oh, they did have the
They
DeLorean.
had so
yeah.
much fucking
Yeah.
stuff that is not owned by one company that gave them
Credibility.
approval. Like,
Or yeah.
fucking
Or I mean,
A.
it gives the movie
Yeah.
credibility.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see Ready Player One, the movie.
Are you ready for his second trial where he has to reenact an entire scene of Ferris Bueller's Day Off? It might not even be the scene. He has to. I think his trial is to reenact the entire Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And this is like some of the stuff I'm like, how do you make that cinematic?
So I don't know
they'll do
much
it,
about
yeah.
the book, but I do know there are some scenes like that where he's playing games
Yeah.
or he's doing these things. I'm like, how are they going to either make that an addendum
Yeah.
or shorten it or make it
You have to get like the kill screen in Pac-Man.
how are they going to
Yeah.
transition that into a movie? I
And
don't
that's
know.
I think that's a challenge. I guess Spielberg is up to it and he thinks he has a vision. But
I'm
yeah,
excited,
reading
yeah.
some of that stuff, it's
I
like,
know.
I don't know
Yeah.
how they're going to handle this. And I think it still remains to be seen.
Unless they're going to skip over it entirely and just really water it down.
They might.
Yeah.
They might.
I
but
think that montages.
that highway scene with like 30, 40, 50 cars like driving on top of each other. I didn't know what the hell was happening for most of it. And I thought that was how it should be because that's like a video game. It was
Yeah.
so chaotic. I didn't know what was happening. I was like, oh, I have to like kind of learn what's happening like a video game. So I think maybe that could be cool.
So I think we're all
We'll
three ready to see it.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
I'm skeptic.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I see a
Cautious
lot of
and
movies,
skeptical.
so
Yeah.
I'm going to see this one for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you got next, buddy?
Let's go to DC. They announced there's going to be a Wonder Woman 2 set in the 80s, and Chris Pine will return, which is interesting considering his fate at the end of the first one.
I am so on board with it, though.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris Pine, I think, really helped to make Wonder Woman.
Yeah, outside of
A
Gal
lot of
Gadot,
fun.
was fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
I agree. I think those were the two best characters in the movie. So to bring him back is
I
interesting.
don't know. That was a really good movie. How would you guys feel about Wonder
I
Woman?
really
I agree
liked
with
Wonder
you.
Woman.
Oh God, I loved
Yeah.
it. I loved all of the characters.
was
I thought
finally-
they were so good. The supporting characters were good. The two
I think
mains
they didn't
were
do
good.
enough with the supporting characters, but that's, me.
Yeah, I thought that they
I was
just
like-
didn't have enough time.
It's like, oh,
That's
what the
that's
fuck?
it.
Yeah.
With everything that's going on, they didn't have enough
Like,
time.
I
For the
really
time that they
enjoyed
had,
Wonder
they
Woman.
really flushed out the,
That
It
the
is-
supportings.
The fight at the end was
Easily
kinda,
the best thing DC's
yes,
done.
Yes, I totally
Yo,
agree.
the third act's a little fine, but the No Man Land
Oh,
scene
wait.
is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
yeah,
It is.
that
and the
whole
sniper scene in the tower.
That's all
Fucking
one
great.
scene. That's all from the No Man
Yeah.
Land. It's so good.
Yeah, but I agree. The last 30 minutes, typical action
Oh,
movie.
We have to have
Superhero
this giant
schlock
fight
now.
where people get
Yeah.
slammed around
Typical.
on an open airfield.
Suddenly, I'm watching
Do you guys get
Superman
it?
versus Batman again.
We've seen Dragon Ball Z. Watch us fly around and absorb energy.
Yes.
you don't get it, Ryan.
Yes.
I don't get it. I'm out.
God, you're the best. Alex.
Check out our Overwatch episode if you want to see where that came from. Speaking of DC, as we are, Justice League has their third trailer at this point.
Makes me a
Still
little
not their
nervous.
final.
Oh no, you're nervous.
I think
I
this
think it'll be a
is
good
their
time.
worst trailer.
Well,
and
I think-
I'm in the minority.
Again, I am ready to see this movie. You don't have to keep showing me more, and you're giving more away, as we had discussed earlier. Like,
Oh yeah,
you're
totally
showing
agree.
Too much.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they
I
have an
fucking
uphill
get it.
battle.
Yeah,
They have
They
to
do.
win over the people who didn't like Batman v Superman.
They do. I
Which
get it.
there are a lot of us out there.
I'm in the minority.
Yeah, but I think when it comes to these superhero movies, like you said, we're gonna see it. Like you don't have to keep
Yes.
giving us trailer
Yeah.
after trailer or like recutting the same material. Like one dramatic trailer, it's gonna be.
I'm
enough
ready
to
for
get us
Justice
there.
League. I'm going to see Justice League. I have high hopes for it.
I might not anymore.
You don't think you're
After
going to
that
see
trailer?
This trailer makes me feel they're very desperate. I noticed a lot
Oh.
of changes between this trailer and the last
Nobody
trailer.
likes something that smacks of desperation.
And
Nope.
this seems desperate. Yeah, and the tragedy behind the scenes with Zack Snyder and all that, like apparently his daughter committed suicide a few months before he even stepped off. So I imagine his head or heart wasn't really in it for some of that time, and that there's a bunch of reshoots and Joss Whedon stepping in. I
You
feel
do have
like
Joss
it's,
Whedon stepping in, though.
And then, all right, so here's my other thing too: is they tease Superman coming back in the trailer, and I just can't wait to roll my eyes when he does finally return, because he's just been so mishandled.
Do you think when he comes
He
back,
has
he'll
been, though.
he'll
Yeah.
reappear
I love
in
Superman,
the
yeah.
Christ-like pose again?
I don't think we ever need to see that again on
But
film.
I'm asking, do you think when he reappears this time he will? Because I
Have,
think
like,
he will.
he'll be naked, but have like a white sheet around and fucking thorns on
thorns
his
on his
head.
head, that was
Yeah,
gonna say.
you got it.
And he'll
That's
be-
what
And
the
a
lamb-
literal glass of wine.
He'll be in
Oh,
like
yeah.
he'll be in front of a tree that got
This was
blown up, but
water.
it still has like the top part and two tree branches that stand out to the side. Yeah,
He splits it. Yeah.
yeah, that's the way it goes.
So that's all.
I don't know. I'm
Justice
excited.
League.
I'm excited to see what they have.
I'm glad, and I hope I'm wrong.
It's
Okay,
probably
good.
it's probably
I'm
because
glad to hear that.
it's probably the coming off of the Wonder Woman hype
Mm-hmm.
train where it was decent. It was all right. Let's see what they can do.
I'm excited to. Here's the other thing. I'm excited about Wonder Woman 2 going back because they kept the same director. I think her name is Patty,
Patty Jenkins.
and she fucking killed it on Wonder Woman. I love when
She did-
directors stay
She did great.
on
Like you guys were
board.
saying, the No Man's Land
Yeah.
scene. That was like wow.
Like she gets the vision. They're like, all right,
Yeah.
you take the vision and you work the vision.
Yeah.
So I really like that. I'm excited about that. They're not
Yeah.
just throwing it around to different people. Fucking A, way to go, DC.
Yeah.
So
A+.
next,
All right, jumping away from DC, Kingsman 2, The
Okay.
Golden Circle.
Yeah.
Kyle, you still have not seen Kingsman.
no
Hartman, have you seen the trailer?
of Kingsman
The
2.
2? The Red Band? And you didn't like it? I don't
So,
understand you.
Here's the thing. This weekend, I'm going to watch Kingsman because of these trailers.
I think. Oh, yes. So they got you on board, right?
I'm really excited about it. I've heard nothing but good things. These trailers look fucking awesome. I'm on board. I want
Okay.
to see it and I want to get into it.
Same. Blake and I saw this in the theater. I
You saw the first Kingsman.
No.
Oh,
sorry.
this trailer.
The trailer for
Okay.
Kingsman 2. And I'm like, what's this all about? And he's like, oh, you didn't see the first one? It was pretty good. Like, you should see it. It's an action movie, whatever. He filled me in. And he said the same thing, that I should see it and we should see the second one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm rather optimistic about it. The trailer pulled me in. I didn't.
I know Ryan
The
is
first
a
time
huge
around,
fan of it.
the first time
Yeah.
around didn't pay any attention. Like, I vaguely remember,
Mm-hmm.
but no.
Yeah, that was the same. I didn't see it. I was like, I don't really care. It didn't speak to me. And then. we
So what do you
started
like
doing this.
about the Kingsman? What is it?
Well, it's Matthew Vaughn is behind it director wise, and he's done like Stardust, Layer Cake, obviously Kingsman the first one, X-Men First Class. He just has a very unique vision when it comes to these things. He's kind of fanciful, but also prone to violence and adult things while making it very kid-like. It's weird how he blends the tones, but he does it very, very well. He can jump between a very shocking scene and then like a very lighthearted scene.
Oh, I love that shit.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
He does it really well. The first one had one of the best Sam Jackson performances of all time.
Really?
He has like this crazy Russ Simmons, like Steve Jobs villain who's like very effeminate and not good at like the bad guy stuff, but he's still doing it and trying his best, even though he can't quite do it. He has a lisp the entire time, and it's just a lot of fun. There's a giant scene where they make reference to James Bond and
As
call
I would
out all
expect.
the issues with
Yeah.
James Bond, and Sam Jackson even gets the line like, "This ain't no spy movie," before he like blatantly kill somebody off. It's fantastic.
The second one has Channing Tatum as well, which
And Jeff Bridges.
I
Yeah.
really enjoy Channing Tatum a lot
He's a
more
lot
now.
of fun.
He is really good at like what he does, and he does have fun with it.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Channing Tatum's gonna die super quick in this movie.
I think so,
We
too.
see him very briefly, and then it's a lot of Pedro Pascal, who was Oberyn in Game of Thrones. He's the other statesman, I guess, that's formed up. So I'm getting the hint of like a buddy team up movie between Eggsy, the Kingsman guy, and Pedro Pascal with his electric whip, which looks fascinating in some of the action shots. Just what they did with Wonder Woman's whip, but to like another level with
I like the
much
fact
more
that it's
violence.
like compact, and he can wear it on his
Yeah.
belt, and then he can like somehow make it come out.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
There's a brofist guy in this trailer, a guy who has a mechanical fist that he shoots out at people, and
There's a
follows it.
doomfist?
There's a doomfist kind of in this. So it's kind of like Overwatch.
Sick
I'm
reference,
saying
bro.
Kingsman 2 Golden Circle is like Overwatch the movie.
Sick reference.
Yeah.
I love it.
So it's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's good. They also teased Bright, which is a Netflix movie starring Will Smith.
Okay,
about
yes.
fairies, directed
I don't
by
know how I
David
feel this
Ayer.
movie. I'm interested to hear your guys' opinion because watching this trailer, I'm like, this looks like some made-for-TV sci-fi. Like, I'm gonna watch it. Don't get me wrong, but this looks like some sci-fi network movie right now.
I'll
Okay.
let you go, Kyle.
I'm really on board for this because of the fact that it's taking tropes and kind of turning them on their head.
You think they're being ironic?
Not ironic. Okay, so one of the biggest tropes in especially all of cop movies is the white cop, black cop, buddy cop.
They're doing like the Zootopia thing where they're
Exactly.
like diversity in the force.
So Will Smith as the black cop is the
Okay.
grounded guy, and he gets partnered with the orc cop now, who is of a different world and has a different view on things, and it's this buddy cop dynamic still, but it's turned on its head.
But it's like diversity higher.
Exactly. Yes, it is. But I love
is.
that it's turning it on its head, and I always love when tropes like take the trope, but they play with it.
How's it turning it on its head? How are they playing with that trope and not just doing the exact same thing Zootopia
Only-
did,
yeah,
but with
exactly.
orcs and a gritty tone?
Exactly.
They
And
could
to
be.
pull in the D&D crowd.
Again.
Or try to.
I didn't
I'm not
see
saying
any
that they're
kind of
not.
self-referential jokes that like, hey, we know what we're doing. Wink, wink, nod, nod. It
They
just
didn't.
seemed
I don't
like,
know if they had the right people in the
you
writing
people
crew.
like fantasy shit. Well, I'm
Well,
going to
here
do a
you
racial
go.
allegory with
I
fantasy shit.
kind of think
I
they
totally agree
did
with
do
you,
the
Ryan,
wink, wink,
yeah.
nod, nod when the first thing he's like, holy shit, that's a magic wand. But maybe I was reading it differently. But I was like, okay, they're obviously kind of like poking fun. Like
They're like, people like this.
Yeah.
Let's do more of that. And then
yeah.
they're into fantasy right now.
And
Let's-
it's Will Smith, and it's
Yeah.
Netflix. All three of these things, I'm on board with. I'm excited about it. I'm not gonna have to pay anything to watch this.
yeah, that's why I'm gonna watch it.
You
Like,
have
of
to
course I'm
pay
gonna watch it.
with
It's
your
Netflix.
Time.
Yeah, but it's Will Smith. And
That's 2 hours. You could be getting better at Tracer.
That's true. That's 2 hours we could be squatting in
Yeah.
Overwatch.
you fucking guys, I
Yeah.
swear.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, my thoughts are Alex's essentially, except I will not watch it or give it a chance unless like I hear it's rapturous. Like nothing in this trailer appeals to me.
I've been
and I
thinking
don't
about
like
this,
David
and
Ayer.
I'm gonna you know, if I'm wrong, you know, fine.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna be great.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
watching it. And I'll
If I'm
tell,
wrong,
I'll tell
we'll
both of you
admit it.
guys
Yeah.
what I
yeah,
feel.
absolutely.
Okay.
We have no
again,
doubt you will tell us
Hope
what you
I'm
feel.
wrong. I hope every movie that comes out is fun and enjoyable. But Kyle Death Note released a clip. It's not a particularly
How do you feel
interesting
about
clip,
this?
but this
I-
is anime. You're
This is-
anime.
This is
right?
I've been waiting to talk about this.
Okay, good. You take
Perfect.
the lead then, Alex, please.
I feel very underwhelmed by
Yeah.
the clip. I'm a little, oh gosh. Death Note is it's a drama.
Yes.
It's noir, like detective style.
Yes.
And right away, like, I don't know if I feel the same vibes from this.
I don't think this movie is going to capture those vibes.
No, not even a little bit. And, oh gosh.
it's
I love
definitely
Death
leading-
Note. You love Death Note.
It's definitely leading
Yeah.
much more actiony American.
It's very American.
Here's the one, and this is where I'm sure we'll differ, and Ryan already knows where I'm going with this.
Do I?
You got fucking Willem Dafoe's Ryuk.
yeah,
I'm
why?
fucking on board. I want to see it just for that, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fucking cool as hell.
That's true. And they were hiding him in the trailer on purpose, I
Yeah,
think.
they've been hiding him since they've
And
announced it.
Ryuk is obviously my second favorite character
Yeah.
after L because
L's
obviously.
great.
Yeah.
You know what's great too is so like the Ryuk character for this movie has an official Twitter account and it follows one other account. You know what that is?
What, Willem Dafoe? Who is
No,
it? What?
it follows Apple.
Oh, nice. I should
Isn't
know.
that fucking awesome, though?
That is awesome. I was going to ask
So-
if they were
I don't get
they
that.
going
I
to
will
bring him.
explain to you this.
He loves apples.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
anime, Ryuk is from the Shinigami realm, and everything is dead
The death
and
god.
rotten and just
Yeah.
worthless. But when he's on Earth, he loves apples because they're juicy and they're plump.
Well, it's like every Shinigami has their thing that they love
Yeah.
from the human world, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but
Something like that.
Ryuk's is apples, and so it's this great fucking turn that they actually get what makes the character hilarious and what makes him awesome. And so the official Twitter account only follows the Apple device account.
Ah, that actually tickles me. That's
It's
good.
fucking great.
Yeah.
It's
Seems like they get
yes.
the original, though.
So I
It's funny
hope that-
that you
I
guys
hope it
say it doesn't
translates.
kind of capture that
I
same
hope
vibe.
it translates.
The trailer did not catch the same vibe.
Okay.
But I
and
wonder
I'm
if the trailer is just broadcasting to people that aren't us.
I was
Like-
gonna say, as somebody who doesn't know the show, I'm on board.
Yeah.
it
Oh,
looks
okay, good.
interesting to me.
Good, and that's what
but
I'm
I
wondering.
don't know the show. at
Yeah.
all.
It felt very much like they were trying to explain step by step, like what's going
Sure.
on.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I think that's what they
did.
have to do because they know people like you and me are going to watch this.
Yeah, I'm not familiar
We're
with the
gonna be a
concept
slave
of
to
the
it,
death
no
note.
matter
We're
what.
gonna
Beth-
watch it for sure.
For better or worse, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how they're gonna pack all the good drama
you
and
can in
tension
2
into a
hours.
movie.
Yeah.
It seems like it's gonna be a little more lighthearted than the actual anime is, and so you guys should watch it if you
Yeah.
haven't.
I'm being talked to now. Okay.
I'm
I
trying,
see. I see.
I'm trying to convince Ryan to watch Cowboy Bebop at this point. And once we
It's
do
so
that,
boring. I can't even get through the intro.
Have you seen
Intro's
Trigun?
One of the fucking best parts.
I used to watch Trigun when it was on not Cartoon Network. What's their
Adult
Toonami,
Swim.
Adult
Or
Swim? One of
Toonami,
those.
yes.
One of those things. Yeah.
It was on Toonami or Adult
I thought it was
Swim
fine.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't fall in love with it. I thought it was fine.
Trigun's probably my least favorite, and this is
What?
where Alex and I differ.
Oh, no, I love Trigun. Did
I
you
was
watch it all the way
exactly-
through?
Yeah, I've seen every episode
okay.
of Trigun.
Well, I mean, I love Cowboy Bebop too. It's like the ringer
That's
on
my
my phone.
one.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Anyways,
right.
Ryan, please.
We're gonna wrap this up. We have a bunch of Marvel stuff. We're gonna
Yes.
do. There's
Black
2
Panther.
trailers I will save for the end. Otherwise,
Okay.
I'm gonna go through all the news items, and if there's something you want to talk about after I read out the news, we'll talk about that
Sure.
real quick. All right. So, Captain Marvel is announced, 90s setting, so it takes place in the 1990s, and it's going to be a team up with a 2-eyed Nick Fury, Sam Jackson, and they are taking on the Skrulls, which means not a lot to you comic fans, but the Skrulls are a big Fantastic Four villain. So that's kind of interesting that they have the rights now.
Weren't they
to
also
this
the
Crossovers,
villains
yeah.
in Avengers?
No, those were the Chitauri.
Oh, it was Chitauri.
I'm the comic nerd.
I
I
know.
know this
Anyways.
shit.
Yeah, you were so on it. To me,
I'm-
it all blurs into Marvel.
It's all just
Yeah.
alien, foreign alien.
I am very, very fucking on board with this.
Oh, yeah.
I love the fact that it's Sam Jackson. I love the fact that it's the 90s setting. Every part of this is fucking awesome. I love it. I
Yeah.
cannot wait for this.
Yeah, I'm on board. And Brie Larson as Captain
Of
Marvel.
course, Brie Larson. I
yeah.
didn't even
Yeah,
think I needed
yeah.
to mention that, but she's going to
Of course.
fucking kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm very excited about that.
I'm into it mostly because I don't know like Marvel
Yeah.
as well as you do or anything, but I'm a slave to the Marvel films. Like it's an action movie, but you know it's going to be a good time. It might not change your life. You may not cry in the theater,
It's
but you're
always
gonna
fun.
have a good time.
Yep.
And so like yeah, I see a lot of movies. I'm gonna see this one.
Excellent.
I see the Marvel movies.
I love
yeah.
the 90s setting too. Guardians of the Galaxy has played a lot with this, this time
Nostalgia.
era stuff.
Yeah,
I
nostalgia is what they're playing on.
So
Yeah.
exactly, I think this is going to do that very well, and it is speaking to people of my generation for sure, and people in your generations
Yeah.
as well.
Maybe we like it when they
Yeah,
pander.
exactly.
It's fine.
I'm fucking on board. So hooray!
Perfect. Black Panther. They also released a little bit of footage, but didn't show anything online. But if there is anything you guys think about Black Panther, we can talk about that. Otherwise, we'll just move on to the next one.
I'm gonna see it. That's all I got to say.
Wow, I'm so excited about
Yeah,
Black
I
Panther.
think Black Panther's gonna
I
be
think it's
fucking great.
something different, which is something different than what Marvel's done, and it's going to bring in a wider crowd to the Marvel movies. I think this is a really good move for them. Like it's what minority crowds have been demanding, like a more diverse kind of cast. And I also like what they did. I know they didn't show the actual footage or whatever, but
There is a teaser out that has been shown.
right. And I liked what they did at E3. I did see this highlight from the expo or whatever that they they didn't show it to the cast until they were there, and then they showed the cast, and the cast was just like so hype on like what they had
Nice.
done. I don't know if you guys have seen that,
I
but
didn't know about
it
that.
made me so excited for the movie because I was like, this is like a crowd of people who have done something together and that they're really proud of, and that they're really touched
It's a
by.
really nice way to do it.
Yeah, it was really nice that they didn't show the cast until that moment, so they saw it with the crowd as well. And I don't know, I just got really high off that emotion. I was like, I'm gonna see that movie.
Yeah, I'm completely on board with you, even
Yeah.
though I've not seen that. But
You should check it out. I don't know, it
I
was
will.
touching.
Yeah, I'm into this. So we're all gonna see Black Panther 2.
I don't see why not. Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, the follow-up to Ant-Man. I guess we're just all gonna see this too. But
I don't know I don't know the Wasp.
I am
don't
way
know what
more
this
excited
is.
for this
The
because
Wasp
there was
is
also
the
an announcement of
female
this
version
movie.
of Ant-Man, essentially.
Who else has
Okay.
just got added to this?
Michelle
There
Pfeiffer
it is.
as Janet Van Dyne, Hank Pym's wife.
Yeah.
Who is Douglas?
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
Yep.
It's one of the Douglases.
I'm obviously the bigger Ant-Man fan in this crowd, and that's
You're a
fine.
bigger Ant-Man movie fan.
Yes,
I think
absolutely.
the character's fantastic.
I love that
What they
movie.
did was good.
Yes. And I'm speaking of the movie. I really like that movie. I'm so fucking on board with the second
Yes.
one, and the fact that they added Michelle Pfeiffer.
And Walton Goggins as
That's
an
what it was.
unspecified node.
Walton Goggins
role.
is on this. Fucking A.
If he's a villain, I love
You
that
know
idea.
how I feel about Walton Goggins. I fucking love that guy.
I
Cannot wait.
I hope it's just him from Vice Principals in that role in Ant-Man and the
A
Wasp. and
somewhat
that's
effeminate
fantastic.
villain?
Yes.
Fucking
oh,
A.
God, yeah.
Love it. God damn,
He's
I
just,
love
like,
Walton Goggins.
Being very
He's an American
passive
treat.
aggressive to Scott Lang.
Yes.
I like that.
Love it. Man, him and fucking Scott Lang could play off each other so perfectly.
They could.
Yeah.
They really could. And as long as they keep leaning into that comedy tone.
I look
that
forward
the first one set
to
up,
Paul
that's
Rudd
good.
going on Conan and promoting this.
Yeah, I want to see that Mac and Me clip again.
goddamn
Just
it,
one
you
more
got
time.
to. You
Just
got
one more time. All right. The last bit of news is kind of the big reveal. During D23, this is what I said we'd come back to. They had the Infinity War poster up and 4 statues underneath. One woman, one tall skinny guy, an average guy, and a big hulking giant.
The children of Thanos.
What do you
What could this mean?
It's the children of Thanos.
It's the Black Order. They had tarps over it the entire time, so nobody knew. They just saw the figures. Everybody thought it was Fantastic Four announcement that they were finally back in the MCU, and that's not the case. It is just the
I
children
wondered
of
the
Thanos,
same thing,
the Black
actually.
Order.
Yeah.
Which is cool. They look exactly like their comic counterparts. That's kind of blowing my mind. And they kind of showed a 1.5 minute clip of Infinity War that is leaked online. You can look it up, try to find it.
Yay for leaks.
Do it quick because they've
It's
been
gone.
cracking down.
What I
real
love
quick.
is that this is one of my bigger complaints with Homecoming, and the director said that he was not focusing on it, but they're actually in the trailer they focus on the Spider Sense, and Spider Sense is kind of making a comeback. And I like how they show it in the trailer where like the hair on his arms is standing up and he knows something is up. That's fucking great.
Is that your favorite part? Is the Peter Parker arm hairs?
It's one of.
It's okay.
I'm a big Spider-Man fan
Yeah.
too. I feel like I'm in the minority because Blake is like, well,
I've
lukewarm,
always
whatever.
loved- yeah, I've always
I
loved
like
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man a lot too, especially the reboot
yeah.
Spider-Man. So I'm with you on that.
And I love the fact that they're bringing Spider Sense in because that was severely lacking from Homecoming. It's not even referenced or talked about.
I would say it's lacking from Homecoming. Severely, it wasn't missed. You
Sure.
didn't need it in that
Sure,
movie.
I'm a little
He's
buzzed,
still
so
learning.
I'm gonna
He's
be a
still
little
learning.
over top.
That's
but,
right. That's fine.
But yeah,
So essentially what it is, Thor's out in space. He gets hit by the Guardians of the Galaxy. They pick him up. He says, something big is coming. Something's wrong. Cut to Earth. A bunch of, I guess, Peter Parker arm hairs, spider sense, right? Cars exploding. Thanos comes through a portal. And then he says something like, one doesn't usually take pleasure in balancing the universe, but this does bring a smile to my face. And then he puts his arm up with the gauntlet, crushes the moon, and then throws the moon at the Avengers. Cut to trailer. How the fuck are they going? And they said this is like one of the Act 1 scenes, and it
Yeah.
gets crazier from there. How do you film shit like this? I don't know. I feel like they're in the Spielberg territory with Ready
I'm just
Player One.
excited
It's like,
that for fucking so long we've been having build up to this, and if that's Act 1 shit,
that's Act 1 shit.
holy fuck, dude, this is gonna get crazy.
Yeah, I agree. The build-up has been intense and immense and long. Like, we're ready for it.
Yes,
so,
I
too.
agree. Like, I'm ready for this, and the fact that, like, again, that's Act 1 shit. Where the fuck are we gonna be going?
Man, who knows?
Space.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
Oh my god.
A space.
And Hulk better be there.
Speaking of Hulk, the last trailer we're going to talk about, and then that's it on Comic-Con.
That was my segue.
That was really good. Thor Ragnarok released their full trailer. This is their first trailer. They had a teaser earlier on with that Led Zeppelin music, which was great. They released a new one, and it showed more without really showing a lot of the film away.
It showed even much more. That like I was on board with the teaser.
Yeah.
I'm way on board with this trailer.
Yeah. Some of the big talking points from the trailer is Hulk talks.
Yeah.
Hulk is now talking.
He's a separate
And
entity from Bruce
is
Banner.
smart enough to
Yep.
quip with Thor, which is interesting.
How do you feel about that?
It's in the books.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, and
I've
it's
never
about
actually
this
Thor
arc.
is the only one that I've ever read of
It's-
Marvel.
Yeah. Okay.
Confession.
Interesting. That's
Yeah.
That's a weird one to start with.
No, it's just because a friend had them and they're like,
Okay.
here,
Okay.
dump it on you. Read this. Yeah.
Well, it looks like they're taking a lot from the Planet Hulk stuff, which
Which
is why
is
you have
great.
the Gladiator thing. But it's
And they
during
also
that arc
what is
that he
the
learns to
dude?
talk.
The dude that shows up too, that is like Hulk's best friend in Planet Hulk, the Rocky guy. That's not the thing.
It's the Rocky guy and the Bug. It's like Meek and
It starts with a K. I feel. Anyways,
yeah, I think you're right.
that
But
dude's
one
awesome.
of those is apparently played by the director,
Yeah.
Taika Waititi.
Yeah,
which is
it's the Rock
fantastic.
dude, which is great.
Also, a lot more humor in this trailer, which
course.
this feels like Hunt for the Wilder People, but in a comic
It's-
movie.
and
It
I
is
think that's
Thor
what-
talking about having a fresh day after his hammer gets taken, and just how much of a bummer it is, and just like these common talks between people. It's refreshing in this big epic comic movie that you get people just talking about their feelings, and like Hulk's ripping a giant wolf's mouth in half, and
That's Fenrir.
what is happening here?
Fenrir.
I love it.
Fenrir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fenrir from mythology, and he's actually showing up. He's the son of Loki.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if he will be son of Loki in this
Will not be the
universe.
son of Loki in this universe.
Probably not. But,
Probably.
I feel like Marvel does that pretty well with the comic relief in a lot of their movies.
I agree.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
because
get it
sometimes
way
action
better than
movies are a
DC.
little bit too
Yeah.
much. Yeah, and they get it. They get like, okay, your audience needs a breath
Well,
here. They
and
need a.
also like we're a comic book movie. Yeah, this is awesome, but
We're also going to be kind of,
It's silly.
tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah.
we have a giant fucking green dude that jumps 4,000 feet at a time. Like, it's yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
Hulk fighting that
that's it.
giant fire demon looks
Surtur.
fucking
Yeah.
crazy awesome. I feel again, I'm on board with Thor
movie's gonna
Ragnarok
take some
because I
stuff.
feel we're gonna get some awesome Hulk shit.
They said they can't make a Hulk movie, so since Thor was kind of waning, this is like half Thor movie and a half a Hulk movie.
And I'm so on
combined.
board. I
So
fucking
this
love
is
it.
perfect, right?
Yeah. And I just want to end on, God damn it, Kate Blanchett.
She's
So in love.
fantastic as hell.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see more of that.
Fantastic.
I hope that they don't kill her off. I hope that she gets defeated
Yeah.
and kind of escapes.
I don't think they will because I think
damn it,
she'll
keep
be
her around.
brought back around for
Yes,
Infinity War.
she should be.
Along with the other ones
'Cause
that haven't
in,
died yet.
in the universe, I know that her and Thanos are like all lovey-dovey.
Because they're all about that death.
Yeah, well, they
They're all
like
about that death.
He does a lot to try to impress her, I think, right? Because she's the goddess of death. Yeah,
But she's not literal death.
No.
Because there is a literal death
Yes.
in the Marvel comics, apparently. What has tits? Deadpool's also in love with her.
who
Deadpool and
who is
Thanos fight
Deadpool
over
not
death.
in love with though?
That's true. Yeah. We'll get into that later.
Okay.
But yes, just a lot of fun. It looks like an Asgard Avengers. You have like the team up shot. So on board. I just cannot wait for this movie.
Okay, I can't either. I
Yeah.
feel we'll be there opening night together.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe Alex, you and Blake would like to join us too.
Yeah, if we can break into this bromance. I don't
I would
know.
love
Well, my
Yeah.
wife usually comes.
Yeah,
to
his
do
wife's
that
usually
anyway,
there
so
and
that
feeling
works.
very awkward anyway.
She's just
so.
the chaperone.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's the safety person.
Oh,
Anyway.
She is
all right, man.
just periodically. She's like hands.
Hands.
Hand check.
Okay.
Hand check. I'm very excited about all of this. I think we're entering into a great end of 2017 entertainment wise and a great start to 2018 with, I know Kingdom Hearts is promised at the beginning of 2018.
I think we'll get it.
Maybe. We'll see.
I mean, they delivered on getting Final Fantasy 15 out. I think we'll get Kingdom Hearts next year.
I think Square is getting a lot more hard, like, hey, get this shit
Good.
out.
They gotta
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
up because
They do. And I'm
things aren't
excited
slowing
for
down
it.
for them.
Cycles aren't-
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. So I'm very excited. I cannot wait. I think I'm hyped for everything we talked about.
Perfect. Me too, minus Bright.
I'm excited for Bright too, but that's me.
Nope.
Okay. 2 no Brights, 1 yes Bright, and the rest everybody's on board with. What? How did you come down on Ready Player One? You were onto it too, right, Alex?
I don't think it's going to be very good. I'm
Okay.
still going to see it, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be good, but it's not going to be the book.
Sure. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, that is our recap of D23 and Comic-Con. As always, I have been Kyle.
I have been Ryan.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's Alex.
All right, everybody. Thank you very, very much for listening to this dumb shit we do on a weekly basis. Bye, everybody.
Woohoo.
Thank you so much for listening to our episode. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, you can check us out at experiencegrind.com or find us over at facebook.com/experiencegrind.
Watch me play games on twitch.tv/experiencegrind. We really like money. We really like money. We really like money. You should give us your money. Find us on Patreon. Just search for Experience Grind Podcast.
Email us at experiencegrindpodcast@gmail.com. It's current year.
Follow us if you like butt stuff.